Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a great day. So today we're going to do a couple more mods to the Pioneer to get it ready for riding season. So what are we going to do today? Well, pretty easy. We are going to remove the top half of this Super ATV fold down windshield, and we're going to install bigger cup holders. So let's start with the windshield. Why am I going to remove this top half of the windshield? Well, went on a ride yesterday. I never intended to keep the windshield during riding season, and on that ride I got maybe a quarter mile into it and it was just a vacuum, and I knew this was going to happen. I just didn't think it was going to be as bad, and within that first quarter mile I could hardly see out of the windshield. As you can see now, I've cleaned it up, but it was just ridiculous on the amount of dust that sticks to these plastic windshields, and I didn't think I would like a windshield as much as I do. If I was back east, I would probably have a glass windshield on year-round. But this thing is awesome during the winter, especially when I'm not out on the trails or when it's muddy or it just rained. It does great. I don't have to worry about my kids' eyes and any of that stuff. Take it off today and they're going to have to start wearing eye protection when we go to school. But if you look back at some of my videos, my biggest complaint with this windshield is it does not fold down with the factory roof, even though Super ATV says it does. So what you have to actually do is loosen these straps right here, slide the whole thing down, then fold it forward, and then put it back up. And that's fine and dandy, but if you're gonna do it all the time, it just sucks. And the other thing I don't like is if you look at some of the other models, they have a support that will bolt on here to hold the end of the windshield, where this one, the rubber piece, you can't see it, but there's a line right there that basically rubbed my hood, which, you know, I can replace this, but it's just that it's rubbing it. So when I got back from my ride, I went ahead and I cleaned everything up. I didn't do a great job. I just used the little degreaser and the hose. I didn't get the pressure washer out. But what I did notice is I liked the half windshield. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat and do what Super ATV doesn't recommend. Is I'm going to remove these hinges and just leave this half windshield. The great thing with my 5-year-old sitting in here in his half windshield is the airflow is deflected above his head. Even though he's going to be wearing a helmet and eye protection out on the trails, the airflow is going up and over, which is really nice. I'm going to take this one, I'll wrap it in some plastic wrap, then I'll put it in the moving blanket and store it. The reason I'm going to put plastic wrap on there is just to keep all the dirt and debris and everything off. I've already cleaned it, as you can see. So let's go ahead and let's get this top half off. So I'm not going to unstrap from the top, I'm going to leave everything strapped in. Wrap it with some cling wrap. So I'll go ahead and get a moving blanket, wrap this up later, and put it in the storeroom. Put all the nuts and bolts in a little baggie along with the reinforcement angle iron. Okay, so windshield's done. Let's go ahead and let's look at the windshield, and maybe this is a decision that you want to make, maybe you don't. I don't know. So looking at it from a distance doesn't look too bad. You can obviously see there's 3 sets of holes across the way. If you get real close, you can see where the angle iron support underneath it left a mark. Some of that may clean up. I'm not too worried about it, but I think it looks pretty good. It's right about the top of the steering wheel. So the last mod we're going to talk about today is cup holders. The factory cup holders, well, they suck. Trying to be as nice as I can, but Honda, you dropped the ball here. I mean, I did add the holders down here, and they basically hold a bottle of water. Take that bottle of water, Stick it up there, and that's about it. You can probably get a can of soda in there, and that's it. So what I did is I went on Amazon, and this is a mod a lot of the Honda guys are doing. I think it was $7. I got 4 of these. So let me show you the difference. Doesn't do anything, right? Yeah, there's some play, but my imitation Walmart special cups here are good to go. And let me show you what it looks like. So over here on the passenger side, I've already done it. My eyes pretty much looks factory. A little dog drool there. And I can set the cup in there. Now it does have some play, and I am aware of that. But these cups have lids, and I can at least set it in there, especially when I'm at soccer practice or something like that. I don't know how many times just this season I've had a dog or a kid knock my cup over as I sit on the floor to get out and do something. So let me show you how I did this and how I'm gonna do the other side. If you're scared on cutting on your machine to where you can't put it back to factory without buying new pieces, go ahead and turn the video off now. If you wanna see how I do it, come on with me. So in order to get this out, all you're gonna do is kind of pull on it. So if you see, there's these 2 tabs right here. And unfortunately, you may or may not be able to fit your new cup holder in there with these tabs. I think if I push down hard enough, there it goes, it'll deform. So now that you got this in here, take your Sharpie. Now I couldn't find my silver one, so black will have to do. And you're going to trace the outside to the best of your ability. And pull it out. I don't know if the camera's going to show you that black line, but I can see it. So now you can take a utility knife if you want to cut this. You can take like a roto zip or a Dremel, something that's got a rotary blade to do that. I don't have those tools. I do have the blades, so I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to use my soldering iron. So I have taken my soldering iron and I've cranked it up to 450 degrees. I've put like a knife edge blade. So this mark here was on the outside. So I want to cut just to the inside of that mark if I can. And it should only take just a minute. Now one thing to remember when you're doing this is you do have a little bit of a grace period of this lip right here. But you can always cut more, but you can't add the plastic back. So if you screw up, you gotta own it. And there we go. And there you have it. The cup holders are done. They hold a real size cup. Boom, there you go. I mean, this thing is so massive, I can take the cup out, take the factory cup holder, toss it in there. Don't be scared to cut in your machine. Just remember, you can't go back. You can always cut more, but you can't add more plastic. This isn't metal, so you're not welding it. Also, what do you guys think about my half windshield? It was a free mod. Yes, I know I paid for the whole windshield, but you know what? I got 2 windshields in one. What do you think? Let me know below. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time.